What's your name? Dude, show me your hands.
This is 33-year-old Father Darnell Jones. He's already realized that this isn't just a normal stop on a body camera, but to cuff him, the main suspect accused of taking his own daughter's life.
Back in there you go. You're gonna be fine. Listen, hey, nothing's ever that bad, all right? Yes. Okay, well.
The air is calm, but the tension is already there. In Victorian Village that day, he made one decision that almost made him can't even make it to the trial.
Shots fired. Shots fired. There's in a second. Medic, don't move.
From the very first words on Bodycam, the tone is urgent. Jones doesn't run, but he also doesn't comply. One hand is visible, holding a small device that will later be identified as a walkie-talkie. The other hand stays buried in his hoodie pocket. The officer keeps his voice firm but controlled, repeating the same demands.
Dude, show me your hands right now. Pull your hand out of your... I swear to God, pull your...
That pocket is the problem. Officers know they're dealing with someone linked to a brutal case out of Toledo, and they can't ignore the unknown hidden under that sweatshirt.
Shots fired. Shots fired. There's in a second. Medic,
Don't fucking move!
Don't move!
Alright, suspect's down. All good guys are okay.
Don't move. He's got 33 right there. 33 in his hand. No, it's a walkie-talkie, but there's 33s right here. Don't you move or you're gonna get shot. Okay? All right. Got it. Yep. That's him. Somebody get on the main air.
Get us a medic.
I'm working on it.
You got cuffs?
I got cuffs. There you go. Thank you, brother. We'll get you help, okay?
On camera, the sound of the shots is followed by shouting, movement, and then a sudden stillness as Jones drops to the pavement. According to later reporting, within a few seconds, a round is discharged from inside that pocket. The officer reacts instantly, using his own weapon and striking Jones in the arm, leg, and torso. A second wave of officers rushes in. One of them spots an object near Jones's hand and moves it away, confirming there's a revolver at the scene.
No, I know, but we can't allow that.
The officers, however, push back against that idea.
Need a medic here now. Where's our kill? Okay, we got him. He's hit once in the arm. All right, take the side here. Yeah, side. Okay. Hey, look. You know what's good about this?
They're trying to anchor him to something other than panic and despair.
I know. Okay.
509, this is Jim's. Where do you guys need us?
There you go. How's that?
Denison and Second.
Okay, we're gonna leave you sit here like this. Take a deep breath.
Copy that. We're heading that way.
Okay.
Should be
Hey,
about a
move your
minute.
car. Block that road. You're on shell casing. Get that road blocked.
Holding me up, please.
We can't let you down. Okay, you gotta stay up. I'll hold you up. All right. You just relax. Lean back into there. There you go. You're gonna be fine. Listen, hey, nothing's ever that bad. All right. Yes. Okay. Well.
When the medic cart finally rolls in, they remove the cuffs so medical staff can work freely. Wounds are checked, and they prepare to move him. The body cam captures small details most people never see. Officers reminding each other to step back from evidence markers. One senior officer calmly pulling a younger one away from the scene so he can process what just happened. And repeated reassurances to nearby residents that they're safe and being kept out of harm's way.
Just stay back, okay, please? Stay back! Hey, okay, we're making good witnesses. You're fine, ma'am. You're fine. We gotta get him. Take him. I know. Hey.
Go ahead.
Hey, you guys, somebody get.
Yeah, it's just been notified. He's also 500.
I knew. What'd they say? I'm sorry. What'd you say?
Hey, have that cruiser start getting scene tape. Let the medic in. Step back. They're fine. It's fine. Yeah, we need a cart. We need a cart. Cart. Darnell, stay with me, bro. Keep talking to me, okay? Dave, 5'11". If anyone is listening at home, officer support. Sit here, legs, arms.
By the end of that body cam video sequence, Jones is on the cart being taken toward an ambulance. No officers are physically injured. A firearm has been recovered. When the ambulance leaves the scene, the next chapter of this case shifts from the street to the justice system. After stabilizing at the hospital, Darnell Jones is transferred into the Franklin County Jail's medical ward, a secured unit used for inmates who have serious injuries but must remain in custody. He is booked on charges related to using a deadly weapon during the confrontation with police, and an additional set of charges awaits him 150 miles north in Lucas County. While he recovers, investigators continue piecing together the case involving his 13-year-old daughter, Kaimani Lateague. Court documents reveal a timeline that had already raised troubling questions even before the body cam footage was released. The last confirmed sighting of Kaimani alive was on the night of March 16, 2025, when she was with her father. By the next morning, her grandmother, who had legal custody, returned home from work to find Kaimani missing, the stove left on, her glasses and phone still in the house, and her belongings arranged in a way that suggested she never stepped outside for school. Police note several key details that immediately raised concern. Jones gave conflicting statements about where he and Kaimani had gone that night. He allegedly asked his girlfriend to disable the home security cameras shortly after Kaimani vanished. A relative reported seeing Jones moving items from his SUV into the house, hiding them under the basement stairs. A search warrant recovered those items, and once Jones realized the evidence had been taken by officers, he fled the residence and disappeared. 3 days later, a citywide search effort ended in heartbreak when Kaimani was found in a condemned abandoned house in East Toledo, with the coroner ruling her death a homicide caused by deep wounds to her neck. Investigators later reported that Jones admitted involvement in bringing her to that location. On April 18, 2025, Jones appears in Lucas County Court for the first time since his arrest. He sits before the judge recovering from multiple injuries and answers a series of routine but essential questions, confirming his name, mental health history, medication list, and ability to understand the court proceedings. The judge then outlines the charges one by one: aggravated murder with prior calculation, kidnapping, felonious assault, sexual motivation specification, multiple felony murder specifications, a violent predator specification. Jones pleads not guilty, and the court sets his total bond at $4 million.
Counts 11 and count 12 are both endangering children. They're a little bit different, so I'll describe each one to you. The first count, that is count 11, of endangering children, alleges that you did abuse Kaimani Lateague, a child under 18 years of age with whose birthday provided, constituting endangering children, with a furthermore clause that the violation resulted in serious physical harm to Kaimani Lateague. And the other endangering children charge, felony of the second degree, count 12 of the indictment, alleges that you did torture or cruelly abuse Kaimani Lateague, a child under 18, constituting endangering children, and that the violation resulted in serious physical harm to her. Okay, count 13, gross abuse of a corpse, felony of the fifth degree. That count, Mr. Jones alleges that you did, except as authorized by law, treat a human corpse in a way that would outrage reasonable community sensibilities, constituting gross abuse of a corpse, felony of the fifth degree. Finally, with counts 14 and 15, each of them is a count of tampering with evidence. Each of them is a felony of the third degree. Each of them allege that you did, knowing that an official proceeding or investigation was in progress or was about to be or likely to be instituted, alter, destroy, conceal, or remove any record, document, or thing with purpose to impair its value or availability as evidence in such proceeding or investigation in violation of the law constituting tampering with evidence, a felony of the third degree. As I said, counts 14 and 15 are essentially the same. Do you understand what I read you? How do you plead?
Prosecutors have already confirmed their intention to seek the death penalty. With more than 200 pieces of evidence, including phone data, surveillance footage, body cam video, witness statements, and forensic records, the case is shaping into one of the most closely watched in Northwest Ohio. A tentative trial date is set for April 2026, though the volume of evidence could shift the schedule. While the abandoned house where Keimani was found later burned down in a suspicious fire, authorities reassure the community that all crucial forensic evidence had been recovered and archived well before the structure was demolished. This courtroom phase is only the beginning of a long legal process. But one thing has remained constant throughout the investigation. Keimani Lateague mattered. She was a student, a teammate, a child loved by her community. And every step of this case, from Columbus SWAT's intervention to the forensic work in Toledo to the charges laid out in court, now moves forward in her name.
When I heard about this case, this was an individual wanted for homicide out of Toledo. I called my union counterpart in Toledo. I said, hey, good news, we have your guy. Your guy committed a murder, chose to fled to our town. I'll tell you right now, the wrong town to come to if you murder somebody. Our SWAT team will go out looking for you.
So the police, the detective said that she would have a unit come out and help me get my things and more or less escort me off the property. I asked to be handcuffed just so they can get the away from my property.
Are you scared?
So no, I was never arrested. I was taken downtown, but I was never arrested.
Are you scared for your safety right now?
I am.
What are some of the things that you've been hearing and receiving from people?
They said they was gonna blow up my house. They said they was gonna do harm to me. It's just been a barrage of different things that they've been stating.
And now, yesterday, or let's backtrack first for a little bit. So you are the guardian of Keimani, or you were the guardian of Keimani, correct?
I am the legal guardian of Keimani.
Okay. So in terms of taking care of her, when was Keimani placed under your care?
A year ago.
So you take care of her?
She's been in my home for the past 5.5 years, but I just obtained legal custody of her a year ago.
Were you and Keimani close?
We were.
What were some of the things, trying to think of her and paint a memory of her in a good light, right now with everything that's going on, what was Keimani like? Tell me a little bit about how Keimani was in the time that you've got to know her.
Keimani was phenomenal. Keimani was a helper. Like, she was older than what she appeared to be. Like, you know how they say somebody has an old soul? She was that. She loved older music. She loved playing video games. She loved the friends and family that she was allowed to be around. She played basketball for Spring Elementary. She was highly intelligent. So I'd like to clear up the mental issue statements. No, she was not mentally ill in any way.
With any other family members or anyone?
I wouldn't say I was worried because I was here. I was here. Every winter break, spring break, holidays, birthdays, I was here for Keimani. Yes, you come and you enjoy time with your family, but I was here for my niece. I also brought my youngest sister and her 2 kids from Indianapolis to be here for Keimani because we've been in the system before. So I know how it feels to feel like, dang, I'm at somebody's house or not wanted. I know those feelings, so I tried to give Keimani that at all times because she wanted and loved by her aunts.
And finally, this case reinforces a critical truth. When it comes to child safety, early intervention can be life-changing. Every call, every report, and every conversation may feel small at the moment, but together, they can create the safety net a child needs. This tragedy does not define Keimani's life. What she inspired, awareness, vigilance, and community responsibility, became part of her legacy. When adults stay alert, communicate honestly, and take action early, they help ensure children around them have the protection, stability, and support they deserve. Thank you for taking the time to follow this case with clarity and respect. Stay tuned. We cover these cases to help you guys understand the real systems, real people, and real lessons behind every headline.